Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over how to use your Super Sonic POS register. So first in the top left hand corner you'll see something that says check price, or it looks like a little money sign. Basically if you click on that and you scan an item, that'll come up with the item name, the price, and the SKU number. You can actually click edit, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring up the name. You can change it to whatever name you want, the department. You can click on the department, and all the departments that you have will show up, as well as you can change the price. They make it super easy to change the price, and then all you do is you hit save product, and what that does is that makes any changes that you made instantaneously. And what you're going to see next is the second one is the reprint button. Most customers nowadays don't want a receipt, but if for some reason your customer does want a receipt, go ahead and click the reprint button. And what that does is that's going to bring up all your transactions that you see during a current shift. So I'm just going to use for an example, say this customer came in, I ran a couple of transactions for a penny, $2, and the customer that, spent $2.14 says, hey, I'd like a receipt. Can you go ahead and print me a receipt? So what it'll do is when you click on that transaction, it'll actually bring up the one, and you can just make sure it's the right one and hit reprint. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to reprint that ticket for you. And to get out of the screen, all you do is click anywhere on the outside, and it'll take you right out of the screen. The next key to the right of reprint, you're going to see something that says support. Basically, get with your agent or your tech support person. They're super glad to help you with any questions that you may have. Next, you're going to see the settings button. This is going to be probably the most important thing in the video I can teach you, is how to close your register. We want to get our money, right? So what you're going to do to close your register, to get that Z report, to zero it out, what we're going to do is click on the settings button. And as you can see, the first thing you see here is something that says dark mode or light mode. This is a personal preference. If you like to see your buttons and your screen in a white mode or like a light theme, you can click the light mode. If you like your buttons dark and you want to see them, in a more dark setting, you can click the dark mode. But what you're going to see is the first thing, that button that comes to, is close register. Now this close register is going to zero out your machine. This is when you're closing out shifts and you want to print out that report for your Z. This is the button you want to click. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to close out your register. So what you're going to do is you're going to click close register, and it's going to ask you, hey, did you do a final safe drop? Go ahead and click yes. And then the next box it's going to pop up is going to ask you, hey, what is your ending balance? This is where you would put, hey, do you keep $200 in the register, $150? What did you start with? Is it $400? You don't actually have to put anything. If you don't want to put it, all you do is you hit set ending balance. And what that's going to do is that's going to go ahead and close out your credit card pin pad, your terminal, and it's also going to zero out all your cash sales and things like that and print out that daily report for you. Next, you'll see this is the Super Sonic screen. This is what you would see when you come in the mornings or your next shift. To open your register, you can touch anywhere on the screen, and it's going to ask you, hey, do you want to go ahead and open your cash register? All you have to do is hit yes. And that's going to pop your cash drawer, and it's going to show you, hey, what is your starting balance? Is it 200? Is it 150? Again, you don't have to put anything. This is if you just want to track that. So I'm going to hit set starting balance. And what that's going to do is that's going to go ahead and open my register for me. That's it, guys. Super simple to close and open your register. Just a couple of steps. They've made it so easy for us. So now onto the buttons. The top left, if you have to do a refund for a customer, it's very easy. They simplified the steps for you. So all you do is you would click refund, and either you could scan the item, or you could put in, I'm just going to use for an example, $4 I want to refund a customer, and you just want to pick a department. So I'm just going to use non-taxable. And as you can see, it shows up non-taxable, $4. Now, as you can see, it's doing the cash and credit pricing. This particular customer, has the customer pay the credit card fee. So that's why the Supersonic POS can actually do dual pricing for products, which is awesome. But so you're seeing on the left hand side, it's a -$4, and if they use their credit card, it was a -$4.16. Now you could either give it to them cash, credit, debit, or if it was on an EBT card, right here would be right next to credit, where if this customer did do EBT, the button would show up. And if they did use debit, it would be right here as well. Super easy. You can either put it on their card, cash, however you'd like. I'm going to do a void ticket on that. Next, you'll see to refund is called Safe Drop. This is where if you are getting too much money in your cash drawer and you need to do a safe drop, like I'm just using, for example, say your register has $600 in it. You're like, hey, I have way too much money in here. I need to go ahead and drop 200, 300. You would just go ahead and hit Safe Drop, put in 200, 300, and it subtracts that money from what your cash till shows at the end of the night. Next, you're going to see Void Ticket. Void Ticket is going to basically get rid of anything on the left side that you ring up. I'm going to go ahead and just ring up some manually, a couple of items here, and I'll show you to get rid of that. Okay, so say the customer came in and they bought, the dairy, the snacks, and the drinks, and they said, you know what, I don't want it no more, and they just walk out. So Void Ticket basically gets rid of all of this stuff on the left-hand side. Everything you ring up is going to go to a ticket. So I hit Void Ticket, and it's going to get rid of all of that for me. Now I'll show you something really cool. Is I'm going to ring up a couple items again. Snacks. I'm just doing this manually. Normally you can use your barcode scanner. Obviously they come right up. Super, super easy. And I'm just going to do non-taxable grocery. Say you had these 3 items and you said the customer says, you know what, I don't have quite enough money. Is there any way I can go ahead and take that off? What's really cool about the system is you can click on any one of these products and it actually brings up a little submenu for you. I'm going to click on the non-taxable grocery. And what that's going to do is that's going to bring up a little menu here. And either you could discount that product, you could change the quantity, you could do a price override, or you could void the line. If you click void line, what that's going to do is that's going to go ahead and remove that product for you. Now I'll show you something really cool for drinks here. This is like, for a scanned product. I'm going to hit price override. And what that does is, say a Coke product rings up at $1.99 and you say, oh, wait a minute, it's supposed to be $2.15. What I can do is just click on that product and hit $2.15. And hit override price. And then what it does, it go ahead and overrides that price. Next, I'll show you how to do a quantity. You can change the quantity just by clicking on that product again. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say, hey, this customer wants 5 of these. And I'm going to hit change quantity. And what that does is that actually adds a total of 5 items to that. And, you see how it rings it up as $10.75. Now I'll show you again. You click on the product and I'm going to go to the discount. This is where if you had something that you wanted to give a customer, I'm just going to use, for example, 15% discount, hit discount line, and it actually discounts the product by, 15%. Super, super easy. And I'm just going to hit void ticket to get rid of all of that. Next, you're going to see cancel. Cancel is basically for the calculator, I like to call it. So say you're ringing something up and you're like, oh, wait, I accidentally hit too many numbers. All you have to do is hit cancel. It gets rid of all of that. Next, let's go to the calculator here. Now, I'll show you another way of doing the quantity. You can see this little quantity button right here in the bottom right-hand corner of the calculator. Let's say a customer came up with a item that has a barcode. All you would have to do is say hit 7. Like if they had 7 of I'm just using it as a Coke product, and you would hit 7 and then whatever you would scan, it would add that 7 times. Makes it super, super easy. Next, below that, you're going to see next dollar, $5, $10, $20. These are your easy buttons. Next dollar, just think of it as the customer's bill is $8.77 and they hand you $9. So that's what that next dollar means. Also, maybe the bill was $5.27 and he hands you $6. That's what that next dollar means. It's just you're giving them the change back. Also, they can hit either the $5, the $10, $20. That's whatever a customer gives you. super easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ring up a sale. Let's just say $2 snacks and $2 drinks, and the customer is total is $4.14. I could just go ahead and hit that $5 button, and what it's going to do is it's going to say, "Hey, you got change too." 86 cents. What's also really cool is if they want a receipt, all I have to do is hit print, and what it'll do is it'll go ahead and print for me. Now, this usually goes away, this screen, after about 30 seconds, but if you need to touch on the side to get rid of it quicker, you can do that. Next, you're going to see is the no sale button. This is pretty standard across the board, even with old registers. If you hit no sale, you can see it's going to go ahead and open your cash drawer. Say a customer wants some change or something like that, just go ahead and hit that no sale, and it's going to go ahead and open that cash drawer for you. To the right of that, you're going to see Enter Loyalty ID and Total Loyalty. Basically, those are for Altria. Those, your scan data and things like that. You can get cigarette discounts. You'd have to talk to your Altria rep. It works really well, but you'd have to talk to your Altria rep for details. Next, you're going to see the Other Functions button, the little blue button. Kind of think of this as your tool belt. This is where you would be if you wanted to print your reports, reprint old receipts, different things like that. You could set order names, suspend, check the balance inquiry on an EBT card. The one I really want to show you the most is the print day, month, etc. report. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to bring up a box here where you can actually change the specific dates. Like, say if you were looking for the sales for the last 3 days, the last week, the month, hey, I want to see what my sales have been for the last year. What you would do is you would click change date. And let's just say we wanted to see what was going on since October 1st. And I hit OK. And as you can see, my start time is Saturday, October 1st at 9:27 p.m. Now, I can change the time. Let's just say, we want to go to, let's just go say 6. I'm going to say 6:30, and I'm going to say a.m. And I hit OK. And now you can see my start time and end time. So my start time is October 1st, 2022 at 6:30 a.m. And my end time is October 27th, 2022 at 9:27 p.m. Now, as you can see below, I want to be able to print this out. So you'll see something that says print custom report all registers or print custom report this register only. Print custom report all registers is for when you have multiple Supersonics. We have customers that have 2, 3, 6, that they want to print their in-progress reports all at once. So they can hit that, and what it'll do is it'll give them totals for all the registers. Excuse me. Print custom report this register only. This is if you have just maybe one register, or if you have multiple registers and you're just trying to print that report at that specific register. So when you click the print custom report, basically what it does is it compiles all the sales data for those specific dates that you set. Next, I'm going to go to the other functions again, and I want to show you. This is where you could print the register report. If you're wanting to see how the sales are going throughout the shift, this is from the start of the shift till now, you can hit print register report, and it'll show you all those sales that are going on, how much you're selling in the departments and things like that. Next, I'll show you suspend. Suspend is kind of like where, I don't have a product to put in suspend. Let's do this really quick. I'm going to say dairy. And what I'll do is we'll put this in suspend. Suspend is where a customer walks up and they says, "Oh, wait, I forgot my wallet." But you have other customers behind them that you would like to check out. So it'll actually take that sale that I just rang up and hit suspend. And it'll allow me to go ahead and check out other customers while that other one is grabbing his wallet. So when he does come back in with his wallet, I can just pull his order right up and hit recall. And then there it is. I hit my my suspend, and I can say, "Hey, there it is. I'd like to go ahead and recall it." And what it does is it moves it right back into my queue so the customer can either pay with credit, cash, however. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit void ticket. Now, I'll teach you a little trick. If for some reason you're ever trying to close your register and it is not closing, go ahead and check your recalls. There might be a suspend in there. Most POSs will not let you close if you have a suspend in there. Really quickly, easy to get rid of them. You saw it. Just click on it, hit recall, and then void the transaction. Next, we're going to go back into other functions, and I'll show you some other features. This discount percentage right here is to discount the entire order. So say like a military veteran has come into your store and you want to give them a 10% discount. This would be where you'd ring up all their stuff and then you would click discount, and it'll allow you to put in 10, 15, whatever that you could be. You could go ahead and click on that and give them that discount. We're going to click back on the other functions. Next, you'll see you have check last card authorization. You can also print the basket. And another one that I use pretty regularly is called reprint old receipts. What this does is, say a customer comes in and says, "Hey, I came in yesterday, but I wanted a receipt for my item." Or you have a chargeback and you want to see, "Hey, what did that customer get?" I want to be able to pull up an old receipt. What you would do is you can actually click change date right here, and that's going to bring up a calendar. So you can sit here and go back, months if you want to, and you could say, "Hey, I want something from August 10th." Now, obviously, this customer doesn't have any, sales from August 10th, but all his transactions would be here. We could click on them, they would show up, and then we could actually print those out just like the day he bought it. Super, super easy. Next, I'm going to show you how to run a transaction. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and run $1 snacks, and say the customer came in with, if you wanted to, you could just go ahead and hit cash. Say he gave you $1.07, the exact change, so you could hit cash. And then what that would do is that would show you change due $0. Next, I'm going to go ahead and run an actual sell on a credit card and show you how easy that is. So I'm just going to do it for a penny because, hey, I wish I made more money, but, we got to save where we can, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ring up a penny and I'm just going to put it in taxable grocery. And as you can see here, it brings up to the left-hand side. I'm going to go ahead and hit credit. And what that's going to do is it's going to send the total to the pen pad. You do not have to type it in. It's going to send it right to the pen pad. So I'm going to go ahead and hit credit. And I'm going to tap my card. And as you can see, it went through. I will tell you, Apple Pay and Google Pay make you run the card as credit. If you ever run into an issue, with a debit card, go ahead and, it'll give you an error message. You may have to go ahead and run it as credit. For example, I have Bank of America, and they will not let you do tap debit on pretty much any terminal, but you can do tap credit. It's just, I guess, some of the way the issuing banks have their set up. But if you run into any problems, it'll actually display, what the error code was, if it was insufficient funds, if it was, another error, maybe it requires a PIN, different things like that. But it's super, super easy. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, for the register, you can see my other videos on how to make buttons, change colors, things like that. Super, super easy. Well, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, any of your tech support guys, your agent. We're all here to help. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I hope you all have a great evening, and check out the other videos. And as well, go to support.petrooutlet.com, and you can check out some really great support articles there. Thank you.